Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Thursday, July 2nd, 2015. I am your presenter, Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The St. Kitts and Nevis National Unity Government's many engagements with the governments of the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the European Union have been productive. So notes Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, who says there is a renewed level of trust, confidence, and goodwill between the governments. During Tuesday's sit-in of the National Assembly, Prime Minister Harris extended appreciation to Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and Attorney General Vincent Byron, who, along with the Prime Minister, have been a part of the bilateral engagements.
The Honorable Mark Brantley has pursued this foreign policy assignment with a tenacity which is worthy of the highest commendation. Yesterday, at Cabinet, the Foreign Affairs Minister reported on his meetings with representatives of the U.S. government in Washington, D.C. I felt, and we felt, a sense of our collective vindication when he reported that the United States government was positively pleased about the level of cooperation on the CBI program which this new Team Unity government has delivered.
Prime Minister Harris says St. Kitts and Nevis will continue to prove itself as a worthy and reliable international partner in the fight against illicit and criminal actors.
On June 15th and 16th, 2015, St. Kitts and Nevis hosted the first international conference on the Citizenship by Investment Program at ODI, particularly devoted to the Caribbean region. That conference drew participation from Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, and of course, host country, St. Kitts and Nevis. We were delighted to have had the considered input over 2 days from representatives of the European Union, Canada, the United Kingdom, the government of the USA, all of whom publicly lauded this historic inaugural conference as positive.
The aims of the conference were to create a regional framework to guide the development of the Citizenship by Investment CBI program in the region, establish best practice standards, and create a framework for networking, transparency, and information sharing among CBI programs. The presence of a contingent of soldiers from the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force on Nevis has begun to yield positive results, says Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris.
More than a 50% reduction in major crimes on my father's land of Nevis. Soldiers will remain in Nevis throughout the Culturama season and for as long as is necessary to ensure everyone in Nevis is safe and secure. I take this opportunity to extend gratitude to the hard-working soldiers, their commander, and indeed the police officers at Nevis. And I congratulate that veteran police officer, Hilroy Brandy, for extremely fine leadership of the police force in Nevis.
The Defence Force has also partnered with the police, the Customs and Excise Department, and the private sector to carry out several joint operations.
27 stop and searches were undertaken during the month of June in Nevis. 7 search warrants were executed. 550 mature marijuana plants were uprooted in the Pond Hill area on the 25th of June. And on the 18th of June, a joint operation was held in the church ground area, and an abandoned house, a stone ruined mill, and a gut which runs adjacent to the Howells property in Cane Garden were all searched. The searches extended into the guts of church ground, and 15 marijuana plants were found. 4 search warrants of residential properties were also executed on the 18th of June by the Joint Patrol Unit.
The Prime Minister also notes that some 40 closed-circuit television (CCTV) cameras have been installed around Charlestown under the Secure Nevis project.
Those two are now having 24 hours dedicated monitoring support. Yes, we are doing all that we can. Yes, we are utilizing every resource in the fight against crime.
Prime Minister Harris is grateful to members of the private sector who continue to work with the police and says his government will remain in the forefront in the provision of resources to assist the police. The Ministry of Tourism in the Nevis Island administration is concerned that a number of cattle are being grazed on the proposed site of the Pinnis Recreational Park. According to the notice, these animals are posing a hazard to the general public as well as creating a nuisance for business establishments on the beach. Owners of these animals are therefore requested to remove them from this area. Failure to do so would result in animals being impounded at the government's pound. Coming up,
the CPL has got off to a great start. Unfortunately, St Kitts and Nevis Patriots didn't win last night, but they've got a win under the belt.
The details after this break. Welcome back.
I'm David Brooks, I'm a board director of the CPL. Thank you very much for welcoming us here to Nevis today, to the beautiful Four Seasons. Playing golf with Martin and Johan and Jacques. Great golf course. Thanks to Ed and Mackie for welcoming us here. It's been great. The CPL has got off to a great start. Unfortunately, St Kitts and Nevis Patriots didn't win last night, but they've got a win under the belt. It's just the start. There's many matches to come. There's 9 more matches here in St Kitts before we leave the island. And from a CPL perspective, we're absolutely delighted that the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots has started. It's formed. We've created our own team, and all credit to Minister Richards for making that happen.
That was David Brooks. A number of Caribbean Premier League CPL cricketers and officials visited Nevis yesterday, Wednesday, and played a few rounds of golf at the Four Seasons Resort Golf Course. Players from a number of the different franchises, following their time on the golf course, sat down for a mini press conference at one of the ballrooms at the hotel. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Keith Glasgow, welcomed the athletes and officials to Nevis.
And I believe your presence here today would inspire our young cricketers to want to play and play and play and to go on and play at the regional and the international level as well. And so, on behalf of the Ministry of Sports and, the Nevis Island Administration, I want to thank you all very much, the Caribbean Premier League executive and the players who are here today for coming, for actually gracing us with your presence.
Meantime, the Nevis Island Administration has endorsed a release from the federal government which states that the public is asked to note that all government offices will be closed from 2 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd. This is to allow government workers to attend tomorrow's CPL games, which begin at 4 p.m. at Warner Park on St. Kitts. The NIA has also extended the courtesy to all public servants on Nevis. We regret any inconvenience caused. Reporting for the Nevis Newscast, I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes.
Thanks, Donis. The Nevis Tourism Authority NTA, in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture, will host the Nevis Mango and Food Festival in July, when various celebrity chefs will participate in demonstration exercises. Greg Phillip is the NTA's Chief Executive Officer.
Last year, the Mango and Food Festival really came out of the idea that Nevis has so many mangoes, and the fact that we have so many mangoes on the island really begs the question, why are we not doing something to truly celebrate the mangoes that we have on Nevis? So we decided last year to start and have a mango festival. Back then it was just a mango festival, and this year we've expanded it and turned it into something a bit more. So it's now called the Nevis Mango and Food Festival. The reason we have the Mango and Food Festival is really because it is something that is supposed to bring everyone together, not just tourists. It's not just for people who are visiting the island. It's really for people who are visiting the island and also for people who are here on the island, local residents.
Philip identified the chefs who will participate in the festival.
This year we've expanded it now to where we have 3 different chefs. We have, the first one is Chef Scott Higby out of Austin, Texas. And then we also have Chef Gregory. He comes out of Barbados, and then the last chef we have is Chef Orlando, who comes from Puerto Rico. So we've built it essentially into now something that we can truly be proud of and truly call a legitimate international culinary event here on the island of Nevis. The 3 chefs we have coming in, these are 3 chefs who will be cooking essentially every weekend, the first 3 weekends in the month of July. These chefs are somewhere cooking, and we're covering 9 restaurants this year. This weekend begins with Chef Scott from Austin, Texas, and then the next weekend it continues with Chef Gregory out of Barbados, and then the next weekend it continues with Chef Orlando from Puerto Rico. So it's really many opportunities for people to come out and dine.
Chef Scott Higby will be featured at Montpelier Plantation tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, Four Seasons Resort's Mango Restaurant on Sunday, July 5th, and Yachtsman Grill on Monday, July 6th for dinner. Chef Gregory Austin will host a cooking demonstration at the Mango Madness Street Fair on July 10th. He will also host another cooking demonstration and lunch at Mount Nevis Hotel on July 11th, and dinner at Nisbet Plantation Beach Club on July 12th. Chef Orlando Louis Rodriguez Aponte will be featured at dinner at the Hermitage Plantation Inn on July 17th, at Bananas Bistro on July 18th, and at Golden Rock Inn on a date to be announced. As a part of the Mango and Food Festival, the NTA will also host its 2nd annual Mango Madness Street Fair at the DR Walwyn Plaza on July 10th, and the First Division Chefs Mango Festival on July 12th. The series of primary school graduation exercises here on Nevis commenced yesterday, with the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School JLPS being the first to graduate its 2014-2015 grade 6 students. Some 33 students graduated during yesterday's ceremony held at the St. George's Anglican Church. The ceremony, chaired by past student Devon Liebert and attended by dignitaries including Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory, saw valedictorian Destiny Lau receiving the Honorable Vance Amory Scholarship for Excellence Award, the Premiers and the Joycelyn Liebert Awards for the Most Outstanding Girl, the Reverend Dr. Canon Alson Percival Award for Outstanding Performance, the Department of Education's Excellence in Mathematics Award, the Violet O. Nichols and Ira Hanley Award for Best Social Studies Results in 682, the Cleveland Williams Award for Best Mathematics Results in 682, the School Award, the Principals Award, the Nevis Teachers Union Award, the James H. and Patricia L. Cole Award, the St. James's Mothers Union Award, and the Tito Chapman Scholastics Award. Clive Evelyn received the Premiers and the Joycelyn Liebert Awards for the Most Outstanding Boy, Department of Education Excellence in Mathematics Award, the Marion Lescott Excellence Award, the Reverend Dr. Canon Alson Percival Award for Outstanding Performance, and the Tito Chapman Scholastics Award. Outstanding results were also achieved by other graduates, including Trevincia Brown, who received the Violet O. Nichols and the Zanella Claxton Awards for Best Language Arts Results in 6A1, the Elvina Mulcair Award for Best Social Studies Results in 6A1, the Londi Esdale Award for Best Language Arts Results, and the Dr. Canon Alson Percival Award for Outstanding Performance. Shobha Subramani, who received the Cleveland Williams and Londi Esdale Awards for Best Results in Mathematics, the Department of Education Excellence in Mathematics Award, the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union Award for Best Social Studies Results, and the Dr. Canon Alson Percival Award for Outstanding Performance. And Cheyenne Tyson, who received the Prentice Brooks Award for the Best Combined Mathematics and Science Results, the Department of Education Excellence in Mathematics Award, the Ira Hanley Award for Best Science Results in 6A2, the Dr. Canon Alson Percival Award for Outstanding Performance, and the Tito Chapman Scholastics Award. The theme for the JLPS 2015 graduation ceremony was "The best preparation for tomorrow is the right use of today." That's how we end this evening's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.